Hey guys, welcome to the season finale of Season 1 here at Nottingham Forest. We are still in the Premier League as it stands. There has been a number of other games played as we've approached this game day against West Ham. We're playing on the Sunday and everyone else seems to have played on the Saturday. So the picture for our relegation or survival is a little bit clearer for us now. As we get into this, I want to say thank you to Dylan for joining the Patreon. Thank you very much indeed, my man. I appreciate that very much. It's really kind of you. Thank you, mate. And I shall show you that Leeds and Southampton are locked on 35 points. We are 4 points above them. Meaning, if we win against West Ham, we are safe. But only a win will do it. If I draw, we'll be 5 points clear with 6 points available. Knowing we have Wolves and Tottenham left to play. West Ham are the lowest of our opponents today in 11th. If we can win against West Ham, we're safe in game day 1. If not, it goes to the next day. To be fair, I'll play at least West Ham and Wolves just to make sure I can try and have as high a league finish as I possibly can. I'm hoping to stay up, obviously. And then with Wolves, and then after that, Tottenham. So you can see how busy the fixture list is. Like 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th. The fixtures are all over the place. Why they aren't just regimented, I'm not sure. Maybe other teams have had European breaks, etc. But we start with West Ham. Unfortunately, Cook is still injured and continuing to dip in rating. He's down to 69 now. Still has the potential to be special tag, but down to 69 rated. Our form has been all over the place, but we exploded with delight with a 4-3 win over Brentford a couple of days ago. And yesterday, an explosion not quite so extreme, but still delight all the same with a last-minute winner away from home against Aston Villa that might be the result that saves our season. Wins have been hard to come by this year. We sit 14th. We have only won 9 games this year. Certainly we want to do better next year. The golden rule, isn't it, is 40 points. And to be fair, 40 is probably going to be about what we need to stay up. So let's go and play West Ham. Let's hopefully beat West Ham and guarantee survival on game day 1. But I don't quite think it's going to be that straightforward. Please do, of course, drop the video a like to ensure that the content continues to get pushed to new people. And make sure you're leaving your comments and feedback in the comment section down below. Without any further ado, though, hit that subscribe button and let's go and play West Ham. The Hammers have arrived. Areola, Kufal, Diop, Zuma and Monreal. Soucek and Declan Rice. Bowen, Vlasic, Fornals and Mikhail Antonio. Other than Nacho Monreal, there's not really too many surprises in there, really. So we know what West Ham are bringing. And they really know what we're doing, to be honest, because we're pretty one-dimensional with the formation that we've been playing this season. Obviously, we changed it recently, had a change in system, and saw a brief change in the amount of goals that were being conceded. I think yesterday I just wasn't playing very well, and we conceded a number more than normal. Hopefully, we can be a bit more defensively solid today, and this season finale can actually end positively, rather than with relegation. We've had a first season in the Premier League in 2 other saves so far this year. And, go on, Brennan. I mean, what a start. We've had a season finale at Cambridge in our first season in the Premier League when we were in that save. And we were comfortable and finished, like, mid-table, if not higher, I think. Then, in the first save we did this year in FIFA 22 in its entirety, we, of course, did Chesnoid FC and ended up getting relegated. And that season was just painful in every definition of the word. We are, however, 1-0 up here early doors against West Ham, knowing that 3 points is safety. Brennan Johnson played a large part in Nottingham Forest coming up to the Premier League. Has he just played an even bigger part in ensuring we stay there? I think Dean Henderson's going to have a bigger part to play, but certainly Brennan Johnson's done his bit. Pablo Fornals with the corner. It looks like they're going to go short there to Jared Bowen. They are. Keep it off his left. Well, outmuscled him, but they're still going to get the chance to take the shot. What a ball. Soucek's offside. Jesus Christ, the vision for that. Yates. Brennan Johnson looking for Ramos. Out wide. You see the man at the back post. Did that hit an arm? No, it didn't. I thought it might have done. Oh, Lewis O'Brien stepped in quite quickly there and popped himself well out of position, unfortunately. But thankfully, we've managed to get our shape back again-ish. Lewis O'Brien filling in for the forward-running Richie Larea. That's a decent delivery. Win this header, please. Well up, McKenna. There is definitely going to be some changes in the defensive line, personnel-wise, next season. But who comes out and who comes in is still very much open for discussion, which is what you guys will have the opportunity to discuss when we record episode 1 of season 2, or certainly at the end of today's episode, perhaps even at the earliest when we do a full season roundup. Through the legs of Joe Worrell and out to Scott McKenna. Floats that beautifully out to Maxwell Cornet, who of course will have his first team position come into question next year when we sign Omar Richards from Bayern Munich. We're going to replicate that signing from real life, but as we're now headed into a second season, nice touch by Antonio, we're not going to replicate every signing that Forest make now. As we're going to, well, we hope to, be staying up in the Premier League, we're going to look to actually take a step forward with the signings that we make. So players that are slightly lower rated, like Neco Williams, what a through ball. Get there, please, Keeps. Players like Neco Williams are going to, unfortunately, not be signed, as we're looking for kind of the level above now. I've mentioned it a couple of times in episodes previous, but I will mention it again in the first episode of Season 2 as well, just to reiterate that fact, because I know people will be asking, why are you not signing everybody that Forest signed? We signed Biancone, we signed Taiwo, we will sign Omar Richards, because Richards will be able to have an impact, whereas I don't think Neco Williams even will have that much of an impact on our first team, or even the squad, to be honest, because Larea is already higher rated than him as it is. And we're looking to bring in Diogo Gonçalves, so there's plenty of transfers to be done next season. I'm still apprehensive about what our budget might be. Of course, we had 60 odd million pounds this season, but that was only because I gave us artificially a 50 million pound boost when I set up the save. Michail Antonio with an overhead kick. 10 out of 10 for effort, 4 out of 10 for execution. So what we do next year is entirely dependent on what our finances look like. And we don't know how much money we might get. Cornet will dig out across it. It's perfect. So is Areola's save. I can't believe he's kept that out. That is a ridiculous save from Alphonse Areola. It's a brilliant header from Gonçalo Ramos, but he's destined for that far top corner. Areola is in the middle of his goal here as Ramos meets this. And that, from the angle, the camera angle, it looked like it was going into the top left corner. It's actually gone central. All right, I've given that the big one, and it actually wasn't that impressive at all. I genuinely thought that was headed to the top right-hand corner, and the keeper's pulled out an absolute worldie of a save there. Not to the case. Johnson will lift this up. Can Awani get there? No, Zuma wins the header. McKenna should win this and does so well. Brendan Johnson would keep it in play. Gonçalo Ramos is there again. Look at Lewis O'Brien getting forward. Never mind, it's half-time. Vlasic. Nice tackle by Larea. We're doing our bit so far. They've made a change at half-time. Taking Pablo Fornals off. Oh, I can get to that. And they brought Manuel Lanzini on instead. Go on, Taiwo. Through the gap. Oh, go on, Taiwo! Oh, please! Let's go! Taiwo Awani! His goals have been crucial to our form this season, and another one for him may well be the one that fires us to Premier League football next year now. A 2-0 gap to West Ham. We have been known to concede a lot of goals this season, but so far we are doing what we need to. Brennan Johnson has been one of the other better goal scorers for us this year, although we certainly could have done with more goals throughout the squad. That's why we bought Gonçalo Ramos, and he's scored a handful for us when Brennan Johnson has been right there as well, level with him, although of course Brennan Johnson's played a handful more games, but certainly moving Brennan central was the right decision, and you guys encouraged that move, and certainly it's come to fruition. Brennan Johnson grabbing the first goal of the day. Taiwo Awani, the man that Forest will hope will fire them to Premier League safety this season in real life as well. May well have just fired us to safety in this save too. Ryan Yates slightly overrunning that. A third would seal it. 2, whilst it's safer than 1, with our goal scoring with our defensive capabilities or lack of so far this season, 2 isn't as safe as we might like it to be. I'll still push for a 3rd, but I won't overly risk conceding at the back end. Kurt Zuma in the box, and that's why we do need to make sure that we continue to look to score more goals, because Michail Antonio's just scored a great one. Kurt Zuma's getting dizzy is that high up the pitch, but it's a great assist and an even better finish. 2-1, and as if to prove the point I was making, this game is not over yet. And O'Brien. Lovely footwork from Johnson, and finding Gonzalo Ramos around the corner to Larrea. Get that back to Gonzalo Ramos. This is good football, this. Everything but the final pass. Just needed that one more into Gonzalo Ramos again, and we might have snuck a shot away. Here's Manuel Lenzini on the counter-attack. He came on for them at half-time. Can he be instrumental in turning the scoreline back level pegging? Thomas Soucek out wide to Jared Bowen. Michail Antonio's there, and he's given it straight to me. Terrible. Taiwo's passing's been woeful this season, but the 2 defenders have run into each other, and Gonzalo Ramos, our 3 top goal scorers this season, have all chipped in today. 3-1 Forest. Surely now that's Premier League survival guaranteed. McKenna. Cornet. I thought Yates was going to keep that run going. Kufal to Antonio. Niakate steps in. I'll be honest, Niakate hasn't made a massive impact to our defensive line. I think Worrell and McKenna have been so shaky either side of him, he hasn't had the opportunity to stand out because he's one part in a 3-cog machine that is letting him down either side. If he was one in a partnership, then he can kind of make up for the shortfallings of one other teammate, but he hasn't been able to cover for the shortfallings of 2. Oh my God, it's going to open up for us again. Taiwo! Do it in style, Taiwo! Yes! We are Premier League. Say we are Premier League. The Reds are staying up. The Reds are staying up. The Reds are staying up. You know you're going to believe us, and now you're going to believe us, and now you're going to believe us. The Reds are staying up. Yes! Good. Now we need to ensure that we finish as high as possible to raise as much money as possible to give us enough budget next season to avoid a relegation fight entirely. I do not want a second season of question marks about our Premier League survival. Oh, couldn't have dreamed of a better game. Unbelievable performance here from the boys. When they really desperately needed a result, they've shown up. Yates. Yes! Premier League survival and in style, showing that absolutely this Nottingham Forest side deserve to be in the Premier League. Taiwo, new signing, scores 1. Oh no, Taiwo scored 2. Taiwo scored 2. Gonzalo Ramos, new signing, scores the other. And then Brennan Johnson, the man that has been such a consistent performer for us, gets the other that guarantees our Premier League survival. With 6 points available, we are 7 points clear of Leeds United. That relegation picture is still very, very, very close. But Fulham and Bournemouth are doomed. The other 2 sides that came up with us last season go back down. Sorry, lads. We'll go and play Forest. I'll probably sim the Tottenham one, but we will certainly go and play Forest. We'll go and play Wolves. Probably sim the Tottenham one, but we'll go and play Wolves because I think we might, with 3 points clear of Crystal Palace, if we can beat Wolves, or at least if we can maintain the 3-point gap to Crystal Palace. Who've they got? Palace have got Villa away. Yeah, if we can get a point against Wolves, then I'd say that's probably us guaranteed 13th place, isn't it? Which would be a decent amount of money, you know. Wolves with a 5 back. Jose Sarr in goal. Nelson Semedo, Max Kilman, Connor Cody, Willy Bolly, and Johnny at left back. Ruben Neves and James Ward-Prowse in their midfield. Decent signing from Wolves for that central area. Adama on the right, Neto on the left, and Raul Jimenez through the middle. Decent team, Wolves. Really solid Premier League side now. They, for years, were a side that would yo-yo and just couldn't quite keep themselves in the division. But thanks to Nuno, they were able to keep themselves up and solidify as a Premier League side, and haven't really been drawn into, as far as I can recall, a proper relegation fight since since then. And they've certainly been a decent side on FIFA in career mode throughout that time. But for now, we're going to try and make sure that we get a win here. No, Taiwo! Oh, thank God it's the end of the bloody season. But don't be out for 7 months because you'll miss the majority of next year as well. Taiwo Awoniyi, he's done his bit. He's helped us survive. Now he's probably broken his bloody leg. Where did he get hurt? I didn't even see it. Oh, I mean, he's not landed on his knee. I mean, maybe in the initial contact, he's twisted his knee. Well, that's not great news, is it? Nelson Semedo picked off comfortably by Niakate. Maxwell Corney, essentially... Corney? Maxwell Cornet. Maxwell Corney. Come on, Ches. Big switch, but... Oh, Adama from behind. Free kick, but no card. Maybe you'll get a yellow if there's a stoppage in play, but the quick free kick taken. Larea to Gonzalo Ramos. We'll tuck that back there to Brennan Johnson. And to be fair, I might need to throw Brennan Johnson up top. I'm sure Nuno da Costa can do a job for the remainder of this game, but next year, if that is to be an ACL... Oh, it's a heavy touch. If there is to be an ACL for Taiwo, then I might have to throw... Was he onside then, da Costa? I might have to throw Brennan Johnson up top at striker just to try and ease the blow. I'm going to be looking for a new cam next year anyway, primarily as rotation with Brennan Johnson for a bit of depth. Someone that's better than Joe Lolly at 69 rated. But I wasn't anticipating needing them to be signed to come in to start straight away because my best striker has torn his bloody ACL. We've had 3 injuries this season, one of which has been an ACL for Cook, one of which was a bruised shoulder for McKenna, and now it appears we're going to get another ACL for Taiwo as well. We pray that it's not, but we all know that it will be. This is good. Good from Wolves. Really good football. Nelson Semedo laying that back to Adama Traore. And Niakate coming across doing the job. Not once, but twice. And it still ends up in the back of the net. Dino tried his best, but Raul Jimenez's shot power's too much. 1-0 Wolves. Side to James Ward-Prowse. Can't afford to give away any free kicks with Ruben Neves and James Ward-Prowse in their team, can we? Jesus. Here's Johnny finding Ward-Prowse, laying it back. Neto puts it into the back of the 2-0 Wolves. It's just as well we got that win against West Ham, innit? Bloody hell. Nuno da Costa looking for Maxwell Cornet. It's a brilliant ball. Maxwell Cornet looking to get away from Nelson Semedo here. The angle is tight. I'll drill it across, hoping that we can find Ramos. We can't. Yates should win this, though. And he didn't aim it actually at the man that I was trying to pass it to. Okay, brilliant. So, half an hour to go, and we're still 2-0 down. We're trying, but on this occasion, we're just not good enough. Prowse, Raul, Neto, a third to just compound our misery today. We couldn't survive in the season finale without having a bit of a battering in one of the 2 played games. Yeah, we're getting a bit of a battering here, and it's not really going to get any better against Spurs, is it? We played them earlier in the season, of course, with just the way that the fixtures fell, and I got destroyed. Turns out I'm going to take the destruction from Wolves here, and then just going to have to pick myself up and go again against Spurs, but I think we'll sim it, depending on what the league table looks like. Oh, God, they're just playing it around me as if I'm not even there. Dino again with another very good save that needed to be made. I'm feeling the same way, Dino. I'm like, what is going on with the defence? We really need to be better next season if we're to progress forward. And I don't know if we're going to be able to afford everybody that we want to actually adequately be able to improve. But certainly defensively is where we need to look to spend the majority of our money, isn't it? Because goals have come. And I think a full season with Taiwo, well, depending if Taiwo is going to miss half a bloody season now, a full season with Taiwo, Ramos and Brennan Johnson will get some goals. Leeds lost. I think that might be Leeds down. Palace won, so they're level on points with us now. It's a pain in the dick. Please don't be out. It's just sadness, isn't it? Pure sadness. I am contemplating, and you guys have actually asked me to make this change before, and I haven't felt the need to. But I am... What? I've literally just spoken to you, mate. Let me guess, he's now going to have put a bloody transfer request in. I can't offer him a contract. You are having a friggin' laugh, mate. Cool story, bro. Nice one. Oh, it's all falling apart. We're going to survive, but we're still a mess. We're 14th. We're 4 points clear of Brentford, so we're not going to fall any further down the table. And we're not going to go any higher up than 13th either, because West Ham's goal difference, I imagine, is much better than ours. Indeed it is. So it's 13th or 14th, and let's be honest, probably not much difference between the two, is there? So let's just skip past the Tottenham game and get all the way to a season finale and take it from there, I think. Spurs, a 2-2 draw. I tell you what, I'll take it. I'll take a 2-2 draw against Tottenham. I know! I can't offer him a contract. It won't let me. How long's he got left? 3 years! Good luck, mate, 'cause if I don't accept a transfer offer, you're still stuck here for 3 years. You might as well negotiate with me. Hopefully next season he'll sort his life out and actually agree. Right. Let's have a season roundup, shall we? That was a little bit here and there, wasn't it? So, having a look at the competitions that we were involved in this year and the other larger competitions around Europe. Relegated this season from the Premier League, Leeds United by a single point. Southampton survive. Newcastle, despite their riches, down in 16th. But Bournemouth and Fulham will join Leeds in the Championship next year. At the top of the table, it was won by Manchester United by a single point from Manchester City. Oh, how Reds fans would love that to be the case next season. Spurs 3rd, Liverpool 4th. And Chelsea and Arsenal, the Big Six, still the Big Six. But next season, we will play all of them. We will play them next year, as it will be our second season at this level. Of course, just with the way the fixtures fell, we actually played a couple of them this year as well. Manchester United doing the double, winning the FA Cup as well. Congratulations to them. They nearly did a treble, but Aston Villa won the League Cup. That's a pre-season tournament, which we didn't get to the final of. Chelsea won the European Super Cup. Congratulations to them. The Champions League, Bayern Munich over Barcelona. The team whose higher-ups said that they didn't think Barcelona might even exist in a few years' time, getting a 2-0 win over them in the Champions League final. West Ham get a 2-0 win over Sociedad. They were a bit more concentrated on the Europa League then, evidently, rather than their league form. Champions League football next year for West Ham. Wow. Spurs 1, Feyenoord 0. They win there, and the World Cup is ongoing, but as of yet hasn't started. Right, around Europe, we'll have a quick look and see who's coming up from the Championship next year. Joining us in the Premier League, Watford, Burnley, and one of Blackburn, Sheffield United, West Brom, and Queen's Park Rangers. Relegated from the Championship. Rotherham by 4 points, Hull by 11, and Wigan by 13. Not cut out for that level. Plymouth and Derby up to the Championship. Derby return at the first attempt. Lincoln, Bolton, Oxford United and Sheffield Wednesday in the playoffs. Cambridge in 11th, up the U's. 21st is Shrewsbury, Morecambe, Bristol Rovers and Exeter City back down to League 2. Up from League 2, Gillingham and Salford and Scunthorpe all automatically promoted. Missing out on automatic promotion by a point, Walsall, who will fight it out in the playoffs with Crewe, Stevenage and Tranmere. And if non-league were on the game, which to reiterate, despite rumours from entirely non-reputable Twitter accounts, the Vanarama National League, as far as I am aware, is absolutely not coming to FIFA 23. Sorry to break hearts. League 1, PSG, shock. In the Bundesliga, it's Bayern Munich, shock. In Serie A, it's AC Milan. To be fair, that's back-to-back league wins for AC Milan because they won it in real life this season just gone. So perhaps not much of a shock. In the Eredivisie, Ajax, shock. In the League of Portugal, Benfica. I don't know what the situation in Benfica has been for the past... In Portugal has been for the last few years. Have Benfica been winning every year? Or have Porto and Sporto been... Sporting and Porto? I don't know what happened there. My brain had a moment. Been challenging up there as well. In SPL, it's Celtic. In La Liga, it's Real Madrid by 10 points. Barcelona 7th. Oh dear. 7th! No European football next season for Barcelona. Good luck keeping Frenkie de Jong now, lads. So then, player stats. Harry Kane shares the golden boots with Mo Salah. Bruno Fernandes is there on 21. Taiwo with 18 in 37. He won't be playing 37 games next season because he's out for 7 bloody months. I might change the sliders. I might up the frequency of injuries but lower the severity of injuries. Because we only seem to get 2 or 3 a year, and they're seemingly all fucking ACLs. So, that's realistic, isn't it? Anyone else from my team on that list? No. Assist-wise, Awiniyi is the most creative player as well, with 9. Brennan Johnson with 7 from that cam roll. Hopefully he'll get some more next year as well. Clean sheets. Dino with 5. Oh. 5 clean sheets ain't great, is it? Let's be honest. We certainly want to be keeping more clean sheets than that next year. The board. Hiya. We did one. We've still got another season to do the other. We did that one. Financially, we've still got another season to do that. We avoided relegation. FA Cup, never mind. And we'll have 2 further seasons to finish in a Europa League spot. No continental success because, well, no European football. On my shortlist currently, I have a number of players, but I am going to remove most at present. The only players I'm interested in, apparently Morgan Gibbs-White's had a bid go in for him from Everton to Wolves, and they've rejected it. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I'll leave him there for now. Although we might make a decision about that nearer the time, depending on what you guys say. Philip Ergrenitz, apparently in real life has moved, but obviously we're a season down the line now, so it's quite realistic for him to move again, potentially. Looks like a really good all-rounder. So I'll leave him there. We're definitely going to get Omar Richards. If I've got the money, I'm absolutely going to get Diogo Gonçalves as well. Giving you my reasons for not getting Neco Williams. I've just removed him off the list. Well done, Ches. I'll pop him back on. Like I say, giving you my reasons for not going for Neco Williams. Because, well, I'm not going to go over it again. I've gone over it enough times. Diogo Gonçalves from Benfica. Come onto my shortlist, please. There we go. He's only 11 million. It's an absolute bargain for a player that can play that role very, very well indeed. So, the squad. Who did what this year and what are we thinking of doing? Dino, help me. I've no idea what to do there. He's still got 3 years left on his contract. If I sell him, then I've kind of profited on a player I shouldn't have profited from. My brain is having a moment now, isn't it? It's pretty hot in this office, can you tell? If I loan him out, I'd have to loan him out for 3 years. I could maybe loan him out and then season after look to spend however much he's valued at on a random player to kind of imitate a transfer fee paid to Manchester United, or alternatively we could just fucking keep him. It's up to you. Smith is my backup goalkeeper currently. We might look to call up one of those or a number of those Greek goalkeepers and send him out on loan next year. Mbeso's out on loan. He's grown by 3, which is decent. Still not really of the quality needed. Worrell, you know my feelings on Worrell. I'm just not sure he's the future of our backline. Similarly, McKenna, I'm sorry. I'm just not sure they're the future of my backline. It's just not quite good enough. Niakate, cracking. Really good. Enjoying him. Panzo, hopefully I can convince him to stay because he might very well be potentially a part of the future of our backline. Finn back. He's rubbish. I tried to send him out online. Nobody wanted him. Biancone came in. Did a job when called upon, but similarly to Neco Williams now, not really of the quality needed. But he'll be a good backup centre-back. So I'll keep him. Richie Larea, up 2 to 74, will be a great backup right wing-back. Drager, I'll sell to try and raise some funds. That could be a good money spinner, although he's only worth 2.6 million. Cafu, transfer list, 29 years of age. Sorry. Ryan Yates, he's up 4 to 77. He's grown tremendously well. Really like him, so he can stay. Tyrese Fornart, I'll send him out on loan again, but it doesn't look like he's going to grow to the point where he's going to be usable. Maxwell Cornet up 1 to 79. He's going to start, and Richards will come in. Omar Richards from Bayern Munich and fight for that position. Cook, devastated. He was up to 70, maybe even 71. He does still, I believe, have the potential to be special tag. We'll see what that looks like next season, but I still feel like he's actually capable of doing a job, even though technically he's a bit all over the place. He's still definitely capable of doing a job, and maybe I just send him out on loan, because then he'll definitely skyrocket in rating and he'll get enough first team football, so that's probably the way to do that. Loan Tyler Cook till he's good enough. Lewis O'Brien's up 2. He's been alright. I can't say that he's set the world alight in midfield, but he's been decent. Brian Ojeda is up to 73 now. So, again, could certainly do a job in midfield, but isn't going to be first team. Konate is rubbish. Is he leaving me already? He is. Bye. Lolly is rubbish. Transfer list. See you, pal. Alex Mighton. Probably another loan season for him as well. One more year out on loan for Alex Mighton, some further growth, and then maybe he could be a player that could really do a job for us. We'll wait and see. Brennan Johnson, cracking, love him. Still trying to train him as a cam. It's taken forever, but he's absolutely the future of that cam spot in our team. Though I am looking to sign a backup, as I mentioned, and that backup may well have to start because Taiwo is going to be injured. Although I am looking at Cali Mwendo at striker. Initially was thinking backup, now might have to come in and start for 6 months. Zande Silva, not quite good enough, gonna sell him. Gonzalo Ramos, he's brilliant, love him. Taiwo Awoniyi, you've seen how good he's been this season. Can't believe it, I'm absolutely devastated. Lewis Grabban's got a year left on his contract, was contemplating retiring, but isn't. I could try and sell him, I don't think anyone would want him. Nuno da Costa. At 31, gonna sell him. Will Swan, rubbish. Nobody wanted him on loan, so he can just get sold then. And Sam Surridge, he's not for me, I'm sorry. He's got 2 years left on his contract. He'll come back in the summer, and I will sell him. So, looking in the transfer window, we're going to bring in Omar Richards, and I'm going to bring in Diogo Gonçalves. Then I'm going to look to bring in Cali Mwendo, because they are the 3 players I've isolated as my definitive targets for next season. Gonçalves, we're choosing over Neco Williams because he already has a relation with the club in his previous history. Obviously, Neco Williams is now signed permanently, but he is a better player and will suit my playstyle better, so I'm going to go with him. But we made that decision a while ago. Centre mid is somewhere definitely still up for debate. A Grinitz or Morgan Gibbs-White or perhaps someone else. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what to do with Dino. And Cali Mwendo, Gonçalves, and Omar Richards should absolutely all be super affordable. So I don't think we'll struggle with budget to get those 3 in. It's what we need to do elsewhere. Centre back. Centre back, centre back, centre back. Worrell and McKenna. Do I continue to trust them and hope that they grow? Or do I just cut our losses, move them on, and sign other people? We might have to do one at a time financially. But you might not want me to get rid of either. You might want them to continue on and try and grow still. I'll do what you want. I'll do what you want. We'll stick with the 3-5-2 though for next season. Next season is where I will see you next. Episode 1 of Season 2 will be out tomorrow in the usual 3 PM midweek slot. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. Leave me all of your feedback in the comment section down below. And I'll see you tomorrow for Season 2 in the Prem still.